Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. You can see the view here is quite different than you're used to seeing, and I don't want to make this a downer of a video, but on Monday the March 7th, 2022, I was laid off from my full-time job as a test engineer, along with about at least 10% of the workforce where I was at. So I did get a severance, and I've got a couple of good prospects already moving forward, but it was still really shocking to, work there for 7 years and just have, by 11 o'clock in the morning, I had all my stuff packed up and I was out. So yeah, I put 7 years into it, and just the week before they had I didn't know this until Monday, they had removed the founder and president of the company. The board did, and then his wife and daughter-in-law, who also used to work for the company, were ousted. So the new management, such as it is, decided to drastically cut, in particular the group I was working in, the inertial guidance and stabilization group. They really cut way back on it. So more or less it's just a skeleton crew, in my opinion. All the R&D people are gone. The new product development has all been cut off. So just enough people, I think, just to keep it going. I don't know for how long, but it's just at this point, it's all there is. So it's hard to come to terms with, because I wasn't looking for a new position or anything like that. So the good news is, if I was going to get laid off, I couldn't ask for much better time, because the job market is very strong right now, in particular for engineers. Well, for everyone, but for engineers. I've been doing this for 23 years now, so I've been an test engineer for a long time. So I got to move on with the next part of my life here, which is fine. There's plenty of I live in Chicagoland, so there's plenty of places to go, and it might end up turning up for the better. It looks like the recruiters say ask for more than I'm making now, so that's great. And then it's a heck of a thing. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. This is the 5th round of layoffs. So I survived the first 4 at different companies, and this 5th one got me. And a lot of other really good engineers, a great team I used to work with, and it's a shame, because without new product development, I don't know where you're going to go, because it's not something you really want to just try to stay stagnant with. It's an always developing field. So yeah, so that's why this is slightly of a downer of a video, and I apologize for that. I have been working on, before I got laid off over the weekend, let me resize this. There you are. Before I got unceremoniously laid off, I'd actually gone through and cut all of these traces here, virtual traces really. I'm going to go through now is make sure I had one of them I had to redo. The beauty of this though is if I did make a mistake, it's just a matter I can just pull up this piece of adhesive tape here, and just redo it. And I did put an insulating layer of Kapton on one side, so what I was saying, what I did accidentally was I had to redo one of them, and I might have damaged a little bit of the insulating layer, so I want to go through is just do an ohm check across here. Yeah, that's life in the big city, man. Cray cray. Grab my meter here. Scooch this over, put it in view so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So if I ohm this out and it works, what I'm going to do is go ahead and actually, I'm going to move my big head out of the way. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So, DMM. Make sure I don't have any continuity here. And okay, and the one I was more concerned about is from the front to back. Let's come along here. It's not like it would damage the TLC, but it just won't do what I want it to do. Yeah. Not very talky tonight. So tomorrow I do have a phone interview. So what's going to go next is there's no continuity between the front and the back, which is good, which I didn't want any. I'm going to go and mark this guy here. You can actually see how well the let's see if we can get a good shot of this. I must have done an extra trace. Whoopsie doodles. You can see how well they line up. I can actually get this closer if you want to see it. Here we go. You actually see how well the little artificial traces line up there. Nice. That looks pretty good. So I actually went a little, I did one too wide. So what I'll do is I'll shift over to the left one. So my cut, it'll be, I'll bring it over to my little table over here. There. Actually, I don't need to cut the What I do need to do is I have to have it narrow enough that this new board will fit in the slot. Interesting. So I'll do an initial cut. Here and here, make sure that it's centered just right. and then come all the way down on the one side, and then it'll come partially down this side, and then I'll just leave this flared out a little bit. It actually make it a little bit easier for me to insert it into the learning computer. So I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, it's been a little hard getting motivated, but job hunt goes on, and I'll keep everyone apprised to where that goes. It was weird emptying my office out, finding things I hadn't seen in a while. This cool pen, bamboo. But okay, that's up for now, and I'm gonna start cutting some fiberglass in a minute. And what I'll end up doing is, once the fiberglass is cut on this end, I'll solder on 100,000 spaced pins, and just have a ribbon cable going over to an edge connector. So that should be interesting. So for everyone, thanks for watching and putting up with my my woes, but hopefully it all works out for the better. Thanks for watching.